Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm glad to see a couple of people showing up. They're still coming in, so I'll keep admitting people as they come in. I just want everyone to know this is being recorded, and the recording will be sent to all registrants. So you have the information you need to apply for the positions. So welcome to the Watts Internship Opportunities webinar. Watts Water builds systems that help conserve water, improve energy efficiency, and make water safe. So we're going to hear from Ashley Tremblay, who will tell us all about the Watts Bradley Internship Program, because it's your chance to learn how to take what you learned in the classroom and use it during your work life. There are positions in Menomonee Falls and also nationwide. So take it away, Ashley.
Thanks, Marissa. You can see my screen okay? All right, great. Hi, everyone. So my name is Ashley Tremblay. I am our Campus and Early Careers Programs Manager at Watts Water. So I sit in the Boston area in our headquarters in North Andover. But I am talking to you today kind of to focus a little bit more on our Bradley brand, and our jobs and internships that we have available in our Menomonee Falls and Germantown locations. So that's more of the focus, but we do, as Marissa said, we do have nationwide internships available. So this year, we're going to have a real big group of interns. It's looking like 70, just north of 70 interns, and we'll be at 14 different sites across the US. So really nice big program, but of course, want to focus in on those in Wisconsin, as those will probably be most relevant to the students who've joined the call. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about our company overview. So what is Watts Water? What do we do? What is some of our history? And then we'll talk about the campus program. So the internship program that we are facilitating this summer. We'll go over the program experience and different parts of the internship. And then, of course, next up. So how can you reach out to me? How can you get an internship here at Watts, at our Bradley brand, and what to do next? Okay, so we'll start with a company overview. So who is Watts Water? What do we do? So we're a global leader in commercial and residential water products. So we're a over $2 billion global company. So we have also been around for 150 plus years. You can see the different areas within the world that we have sites. So heavy sites in the Americas. We have some in Europe and then a lot in APMEA, so Asia Pacific, Middle East, and Africa. Our end markets are repair, new construction, and then non-residential and residential. So it's a wide variety of offerings that we have and end markets that we support. I actually think we're closer to 6,000 employees now. So this data is from about a year ago. So we have been hiring like crazy, close to 6,000 employees in 40 plus facilities worldwide. And what do we do? Marissa already highlighted this a little bit, but we're a global leader of quality water solutions for residential, industrial, municipal, and commercial settings. So really anywhere that water touches in any of these facilities is where you would find the majority of our products. So our family of brands offers one of the most varied product lines in the world. We offer world-class water-related solutions, and they're focused on these four: plumbing and flow control, drainage, HVAC and hot water, and water quality. How do we do it? So lots of different ways, of course, but I'm just highlighting a few here. So safety and regulation, energy efficiency. So we're very highly focused on sustainability. So that definitely comes into play in this category. Water conservation and then comfort. So things like temperature regulators and things like that. That's what you can kind of think of in that area. And then we have a core set of values. So some things that we believe in as a company: integrity and respect, accountability, continuous improvement and innovation, and transparency. And I have been at Watts Water for about a year and a half and can speak from experience. I've really seen this company highlight and capture all of these four different areas with a really high focus on that continuous improvement and innovation. So we're coming out with products so regularly. We're also acquiring companies, which we'll talk about in a few slides, that have some really incredible innovative products as well. What are our cultural beliefs? So this ties in a little bit there to that last slide. But we believe in a growth mindset. We collaborate globally. So again, it is a global company. We have facilities all over the world, and I pretty regularly am in contact with our global colleagues. We're very customer focused, inclusive, constant communication, which I think we do a great job of as well. We're always hearing from our C-suite, and we have an incredible communications team that really helps to facilitate all of the information throughout the company. We take action and we have clear goals. So this is a belief system based on growth, collaboration, innovation, and communication. Okay, so just a kind of quick highlight here of our global location. So I know I kind of showed this a few slides ago, but we're drilling down a little bit more. You can really see the different areas that we are across the globe. I will say we have acquired 3 companies just since November. So those are not highlighted here. So there's 3 more dots that should be showing up on this slide. But like I said, we're growing very fast, and we'll talk about that as we walk through the timeline. So this is our family of brands. Again, I think we're missing those last 3 that we just acquired, but you can see we are a family of brands. So Watts Water Technologies is the main parent company, and then as we acquire companies, we keep their branding, and they come into our family as a brand, and you can see the larger family of brands here on the slide. So as I mentioned, our Menomonee Falls and Georgetown, Wisconsin locations are our Bradley brand. You may already be familiar with Bradley because I know it is pretty well known in the area. But most of those products are in front of the wall. So things like water basins, faucets, paper towel and soap dispensers. Sorry, Germantown. Thank you, Emma. What did I say? I don't even know what I said. Germantown and Menomonee Falls. And then bathroom partitions, lockers, eye wash stations, things like that. So Bradley was the first brand that Watts acquired that is in front of the wall. So you can actually see those products versus your traditional behind the wall plumbing, more plumbing focused kinds of products. All right, so who are our key customers and influencers? So we work very closely with architects and engineers, so those folks that are specifying our products. Of course, contractors and builders. So when we get a contract and our products are being used in, say, a new hospital build or a university building or an apartment complex or a hospital or hotel, we're working closely with those contractors and builders. They're installing and maintaining our products. So folks that are owners and facility maintenance people, so they also are utilizing our products quite a bit. And then lastly is the original equipment manufacturers, so the use of our products as components of their finished products. So those are the main kind of key customers and influencers. So the next 2 slides are going to walk you through a visual so you can really see the different offerings that we have. So this would be in a commercial setting. So this is a hotel. You can kind of take a look and see what some of the products are that we would be using, and then the different brands that they would fall under. So you can see Bradley popping up on here quite a bit. Lots of other brands like Enware and PVI and Airco for those big boilers and hot water heaters. And then Techmar for things like sidewalk, the snow melt system, and then of course lots of Watts products around the entire facility. The next slide focuses on residential offerings. So where would you find Watts water products in your house? And you can see, kind of walk through the whole house here, kitchen, living room, driveway, it's bathroom, laundry room, etc. So there's a lot of gas fixtures, there's drainage, there's a lot of different plumbing components. Again, the ice melt system for your driveway or for sidewalks, as well as some leak detection. So a really cool offering that we've had for quite a while. Different components that would sit in areas that might experience a leak, so near a hot water heater or in a bathroom, and it alerts you if it does sense any water. So it's a really nice way to catch big leaks before they turn into kind of catastrophes. So you would see that, of course, in commercial offerings, but definitely in residential offerings as well. All right, so a quick history of innovation. So what does our timeline look like? So you can see Joseph Watts founded the company in 1874. So this was started in the Lawrence, Massachusetts area. He received his first patents a few years later. A lot of that, again, some classic plumbing products like backflow preventers, pressure relief valves, temperature relief valves, things like that. And then you can see through the 1900s, a lot of growth, but really kind of focusing in on when we started acquiring some companies. So the first company acquisition was in 1984, and that was really when we saw the uptick of that at the company. So you can see from 1984 through present day, again, just through 2023. So we're missing a few years here. Our marketing team will be updating the slides soon, so several more acquisitions, but you can really see how we, kind of turned into a company that is identifying other companies that have really great products that can add to our portfolio and then acquiring them. Okay, so we do have some smart and connected solutions. I just mentioned that in the leak detection product. But we have a brand under Watts Water, which is really exciting. It's called Nexa, and it's really bringing the Internet of Things into our company and in a way that we can deliver it to our customers. So just really imagine a facilities manager at a huge hospital, right? And so being able to utilize this app on their phone or on their device to check in on the performance of the entire system and to really make sure that nothing is breaking or to maybe catch a break before it happens. And it's a exciting brand to have under us, and there's a ton of growth here. So we have several areas within the business that are growing very, very quickly, and our Nexa brand is definitely one of them. So if you wanted to learn more about Nexa, the website's got some really great information. Okay, so this slide is just kind of capturing some of the products around the world. So I know I mentioned a lot of commercial types of buildings that would have our products. So hospitals, hotels, universities, larger buildings, but these are, actual tangible ones, right? So our products are all over Disney World, MetLife Stadium, Hollywood Theater, Kauffman Stadium, Kroger Field, the Children's Hospital in Hong Kong, casinos and resorts, and then, of course, very large hotels. So it's really cool to see all of the different ways that Watts products kind of make it into places that you might have visited. All right, so one thing that Watts really focuses very strongly on is, like I mentioned before, sustainability and also community giving. So I just wanted to highlight here our sustainability report is available to review each year. It comes out and we talk a lot about how the company is holding true to that. We've also won several awards, including, and most recently, a Handshake Award. So if any of you use Handshake, we have a Handshake Award that we just recently won, in that we've been very active with students on Handshake. So, really seeing that branding kind of uptick in our engagement with students. America's Most Responsible Companies, given to us by Newsweek, Boston Globe, Top Places to Work. We've actually won that a couple years in a row. America's Climate Leaders, and then America's Greenest Companies by Newsweek. There's a few more on our website if you wanted to take a look, but something we're very, very proud of. And we also do quite a bit of community giving back. So one of the things that we love to participate in is the Planet Water Foundation. So we partner with Planet Water to bring clean water to some of the most vulnerable communities throughout the world. So this is the installation of water purification systems that we do in partnership with Planet Water. So you can see a few of the water systems that we've set up across the world. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the internship program and our campus programs. So I'm going to walk you through the next couple slides that focus on our internship program. We do also have a co-op program, so spending a semester with us instead of just the summer. So just keep that in mind. It's more focused on interns, but we do offer for co-ops as well. So our objective with these programs is to provide a paid real-world work experience. So I really want to take a moment to capture this. It's super important to us. It's really important to our managers to provide that real-world experience. So as you come in as an intern, you are experiencing what any other employee would experience, and we get you very engaged with a lot of very real-world projects. So helping our teams to either kick some projects to the finish line, or you have your own project that you manage throughout the summer. So it's designed to equip these students with practical skills, foster innovation, and identify top talent for our company's pipeline. So we also have a focus on a 50% conversion rate for eligible seniors. So those seniors that are with us, or rising seniors in between their junior and senior year, assuming that they're eligible and interested, we aim to convert 50% of them. So a lot of incoming students that we hire each year. This is open to students of all education levels and disciplines nationwide. So, any major, any year in school, we certainly take freshmen all the way through seniors and then graduate level. So if there's master's students that have an interest, we're providing that valuable industry experience. So you get to come in, really see what it's like to work on a manufacturing floor, and offer meaningful and challenging assignments. So like I said, everyone gets their own projects for the summer and works really hard to drive those to completion. So this program is also works to support our commitment to diversity, mentorship, sustainability, and community engagement. So working closely with the local universities to bring in students that are looking for that experience. So of course there's benefits. So benefits for Watts and for the students. So building that pipeline, employer of choice, employer branding, gaining brand awareness on different campuses. It's great to have new perspectives to some of our existing problems and that added bandwidth. And then it's also offering growth opportunities for current employees, so giving them the opportunity to mentor and teach. And then for students, you're getting that real world experience, building that self-confidence in the workplace. We're facilitating the continuation of learning, developing a network and transferable skills, and then you get the opportunity to explore some career options. So maybe you come and join us and you think, no, what was I thinking? This isn't at all what I want to do. This doesn't make sense. I hate this. Let's get out of this major. Or maybe you join us and think, yep, this is amazing. I loved this. This is exactly what I want to go into. Or you fall somewhere in between, but this really gives you the opportunity to get some of that real world experience. So what does it look like to be with us for the summer? So we do all sorts of things during the summer. Each week we have some sort of activity going on. So we do professional development workshops, so you can really work on some of the development of some of those soft skills and grow professionally. We have what we call knowledge drop sessions, or you might know them as lunch and learn opportunities. So we have senior leaders come and talk to us about their career paths, what it's like, a day in the life is like, and the students get to ask questions. We do networking and social events, so getting out of the office, having a little bit of fun, and also networking with different groups throughout Watts. We'll do a volunteer day, so the students get to get out of the office and volunteer in the local community. And then, of course, at the end, we'll facilitate presentations. So the students will have the opportunity to brag to all of our senior leaders about all the hard work that they did, and get the opportunity to improve some of their presentation skills. We also have additional support and activities going on all summer. So we offer roundtable sessions and open office hours if there's issues or questions. We also do a program survey so we can understand more about what to improve on, and performance reviews. So we have all of our managers do formal performance reviews so the students can see what that's kind of like in the corporate setting, but also gives them the opportunity to really get some valuable feedback on what their work was like throughout the summer. And then we have different competitions and encourage them to do different reviews on Glassdoor, student spotlights, and we facilitate an activity for National Intern Day. So there's so much going on during the summer, but really adds to the overall experience for our students. All right, just a couple quick pictures here. So you can see there's some pictures of interns during their volunteer day, some learning center tours. So we have learning centers at several of our locations where customers or students can go and take a tour and learn more about all of our products. Here in North Andover, we have a site that is about an hour away, and we facilitate a field trip up there. It is a big manufacturing facility, and there's also our foundry. So the students love going to check that out. And then we host different day in the life, so you can really see what other interns are doing. Some of your cohort is working on throughout the summer. Okay, so we're kind of wrapping up now. What are some next steps and some helpful contacts? So I think we're sharing this deck. If not, you can kind of take a screenshot here. So next steps, update your resume. Take a look at our internship offerings online. We do also have 2 spots for engineering students that we're going to be opening up specifically for this partnership. So if you're interested in an engineering focused internship, we'll be able to have a conversation about that. So you can send your updated resume directly to me. Of course, apply on the website to anything you're interested in, but sending me your resume directly will help kind of streamline that and get you fast-tracked to an interview with the manager. So my contact is right down there. It's watsinterns@watswater.com, and I manage that inbox. And then, of course, follow us on Handshake, on Instagram. I have QR codes. You can kind of see all the social channels. To be honest, our marketing team does an exceptional job on Instagram. When I first started working here, I learned way more from our Instagram account than I did from anywhere else. So for those that are non-technical, this is a really great way to learn some of those more technical things that Watts is doing. All right, that's it. So that's the end of my presentation. Again, we'll be sharing the deck. I believe this is recorded, so you can watch it back. But I'd be happy to answer any questions if anyone has questions, or you're also welcome to just email that inbox. Actually, I'll put it back on the slide. If you do have any targeted questions, I can answer that way as well.